So what we want to do is, you know, Tom, myself, Chris, and Christy, just four of the coaches on our team. We want to share with you guys just some information, just to give you a dump about us. Like some of you have been coaches, you are, maybe you are a discount coach now, but you just want to get more information about what the coaching opportunity is, what, if any, requirements there are. So we're just going to go through that, hopefully answer all your questions and put all your fears to rest, and there's really hardly any obligations whatsoever to be a coach, and a ton of benefits and upside. So that's what we're going to talk about. So this is our team. I started this team Engage, when I became a coach nearly 10 years ago now. And I built, the team up to around 2,000 coaches. And like I said, we've had ups and downs, but, we're definitely heading back up this year, which is fantastic. So, we're always looking for, new people to come join us. We do hang out together on Zoom calls every week and do trainings together. And of course, when it's not COVID, we go on trips together, and that's kind of what some of these pictures are. So, if you guys do decide to join us, we hope to, see more of you, and hopefully, get to hang out on trips, because that's where you really get to, know people, and you get to learn more about them and stuff. So a little about me. I'm a husband, father of two daughters, full-time Beachbody coach now. Like I said, I started 10 years ago, but after 4 years of coaching Beachbody, I was able to leave my full-time IT job, which I had a 6-figure income. But I was able to leave because of Beachbody, because I was making 2 to 3 times as much with Beachbody. So that's kind of mind blowing, right? It was for me at the time, and it definitely was for me when I signed up. I signed up like we've been talking about, right? Just for the discount and for the accountability, right? It's like I did P90X and ended up losing 40 pounds and getting off blood pressure medication, and I just didn't want to fall back into that unhealthy lifestyle. So I became a coach, and it was fun, and I could help people. Back then it was on the message boards, like we were talking about, and I could just find people to help. And now it's similar, but it's, instead of the message boards, it's Instagram, Facebook, wherever. And we'll teach you guys how to, how to do things on those social media platforms. If you're, not a guru with them, or not comfortable with them, we'll teach you how to, find people to help people, and to post and do things like that. But just here's just an example of my income. And this is just during the month of July, from my first year through my 5th year. And you can see how my income went up. My monthly income increased year over year. So, I mean, like the first year, it's just, even think about it, like, after a year of doing Beachbody, making $630 extra a month, what would that do for you, right? Wouldn't that be pretty cool to make $630 extra? You could pay for your car payment or whatever, right? Save money that you can't do now. And then, think about what $25,000 a month extra, right, could do for you, right? I mean, maybe that could mean that you could leave your job like I did, right? Or maybe it means that you just have a lot of disposable income that you can do something with. The most important thing is that I can tell you is Beachbody does not guarantee. That's the fine print at the bottom, right? They don't guarantee you like any salary. It's not like a job. It's like you're not going to have a boss, right? If you sign up under Tom, he's not going to, tell you exactly Well, he'll tell you exactly what to do, but he's not going to like fire you if you don't do it, right? Like a boss. Right? I mean, it's really up to you. It's your business, and you get out of it what you put into it. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. Um, so, um, why should you become a coach? Well, we talked about you can save 25%, right? Everything that you buy, you save 25%. So if you love Shakeology or the performance line or whatever, I mean, you're going to save $32 a month on just that, right? On just a bag of Shakeology every month. Workout programs, equipment, gear, whatever else you want to buy from Beachbody, it's a great way. And a lot of people, they just become coaches just for the discount, right? I mean, that's why we said, well, so-and-so's a discount coach, right? Well, it's not that there's anything really different between me and somebody that we call a discount coach. It's just somebody that's a discount coach is just signed up, they're working on themselves, and they're enjoying the discount, right? That's what that means. And that's perfectly fine if that's what you want to do. So you could kind of move from a discount coach to a hobby coach to a working coach, or in between. It's completely up to you. You still, get that accountability that we were talking about. You can still be part of our community, and you can help others and do all those great things. And of course, earn money. So like I mentioned, the kind of the three things is discount, hobby, and business, right? I mean, those are kind of how we categorize coaches, even though to Beachbody, a coach is a coach. It doesn't really matter, right? But it's just, I mean, I have coaches on my team. Like I said, I have thousands of coaches, right? Lots of them are just discount, but some of them are hobbies. So they just refer people, and it's basically you could refer 3 people to start drinking Shakeology, and then yours is paid for, right? I mean, you could refer, friends and family. You're already inspiring them, right? I mean, who was it said? Sandy, I think, said lost 25 pounds already, and it is inspiring people. And so, you're already doing what we do as coaches. You're just not getting paid for it. Right? You're probably already referring people to Beachbody, right? You're probably already, I mean, how many people have you already think about this? How many people have you already inspired, referred to, to Beachbody to sign up, to do a program or to whatever? And, what happens is they're assigned to some random coach. That coach is now making money off of them, which that money should be going into your pocket, right? As a coach. So let's move on. Okay, everybody's always like, Beachbody is a MLM, it's a network marketing, it's a pyramid scheme. No, this is just a funny graphics that you mean like a pyramid, like every corporation in America with, your CEO and your managers at the top, right? But no, that's just the structure, right? Just like every corporation in America, there is a structure, right? And that, obviously, it's not a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is illegal. No business is allowed to operate as a pyramid scheme. And with Beachbody, it's like, even though, I'm at the top of our team tree, right? I don't make money off of you. Like, if you sign up as a coach, I don't make money off of you. Tom doesn't make money off of you, unless you're making money, right? If you make money, then and you sign up under Tom, for example, then Tom gets a bonus off of what you've done, right? And then, I would get a bonus off of what Tom has done and what his team has done. And that's kind of the way, it works as far as network marketing goes, which is a beautiful thing, because that provides you with that residual income coming in every single month. And I can tell you, I showed you my income, right? I mean, just think about that, $25,000 a month, right? 95% of that is coming from my team. It's not coming because I'm going out and selling, 5,000 bags of Shakeology every month. It's coming because I have built a team, and we've grown our team together, and that, residual income is coming in from all members of our team. And, and it benefits, not only people at the top, but I've had coaches that have come in below me who have far surpassed me. So it really, it's not like people at the top make more than people at the bottom. There are people at the bottom, and then when I say bottom, it's all relative, of course, right? You know, because I mean, I've had girl come, you know, one girl in particular has come in who has signed up hundreds of coaches herself, and she's already, you know, making more money than I am, and she's like 27 levels down from me. So, you know, that's what's possible. All right, so let me turn it over to Tom. Tom, go ahead.
Okay, well, my name is Tom Scudero. I live in New York. I currently work as a director of engineering in a hotel in New York City. I live in Long Island, so I commute about 3 hours every day, going back and forth to work into the city. Own some real estate in Brooklyn, married, 2 kids. I've been a health and fitness nut probably since I was like 18. Just joined the local gym, I think when I turned 18, and you know, I wanted to lose weight. I was overweight, and just kind of got hooked. So, and you know, the thing that got me, I was real, and it's just total vain. I just wanted to, after once I lost weight, you know, I wanted to build muscle, I guess, like every teenage boy would want to do, right? But I wanted to get those damn 6-pack abs. I was obsessed, still am, with getting abs, and I started doing every program I can get my hand on, every product I can get my hand on. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't do steroids. I bought everything in GNC. Like I didn't even know enough to look at the ingredients and stuff. I just looked at protein, carbs, and the ads. And I managed to stay in shape, but I never, even as a teenager, I couldn't, you know, get the damn washboard that I was always trying to get. So about 3 years ago, a friend of mine told me about a program called Body Beast, which I think you mentioned it. And you know, I figured, you know, I was turning, at this point, I was, I guess, 49, was getting close to 50. And if I tried everything else, why not? I mean, at first I thought, you know, working out through videos, that kind of seemed silly. I see maybe doing cardio and stuff, but lifting weights, watching a video, that makes no sense. But then, you know, I thought about it for like a good 10 minutes, and then I bought it. So I bought the program, I bought the products, I bought everything. You know, I said I always would try everything, and I didn't, you know, kind of did it blindly, just watching the videos. And like after maybe 2 weeks into it, I started seeing some like amazing results, and I was like, wow, this stuff works. And I didn't know anything about the business side of it. I didn't know there was a coaching opportunity. I was assigned a coach. It wasn't Greg. I was assigned a coach. I don't even know who the person is. Don't even remember her name. Just remember some picture of a little woman on screen that said that she was my coach. And I just, you know, was working out one day, and actually I met Greg first, and you know, Greg in the bulletin boards, and actually switched to him as my coach. And I still didn't even know there was a business behind it. And one day I wasn't, you know, watching the DVDs. It was DVDs back then before BOD. And I saw that there was a coaching opportunity. And as I was just cleaning up my waist after the workout, and I was familiar with network marketing. I mean, I looked into everything. I was always very goal oriented. I mean, when I started my job as a maintenance mechanic, I wanted to be director of engineering, and I set my sights for it. I did it. I wanted to buy real estate. No, I did it, but I always wanted to really own my own business. Like I looked at opening a gym, opening a GNC, and the overhead is just insane to try to do something like that, or the investment rather. Well, probably both. So I couldn't really do that. So I looked into network marketing opportunities before, and it was just nothing that a product I could see myself, or a company I could see myself representing or working with. So I got the concept. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It works. It's you know, the whole way you compensate it. Each company had different plan, but the network marketing, you know, network marketing is network marketing. But I never found anything. Again, the closest thing I got to was when a Nu Skin, a hair care, skincare company, came out with a vitamin line, and I tried them and they were terrible. So anyhow, I just didn't, you know, I kind of didn't. I gave up looking at MLM. So when I saw, you know, the coaching opportunity, I reached out to Greg and said, you know, tell me a little bit about this, and he did, and I was like, I signed up that minute. I learned it was multi-level marketing, but what I didn't know, now I didn't know all about the compensation plan. I didn't understand like all the logistics of it. I just knew that the products were amazing. I was getting results so fast. People at work were already asking me what I was doing. I already had people, like Greg said, I had people at work that were working out with me and getting the program, and I wasn't getting paid for it. I didn't know I could. You know what I mean? So I was recommending it like crazy. So was already doing it. It just wasn't getting paid for it. So, I signed up as a coach, and now I didn't really think about it too much, which was probably a good thing, because I probably would have been a little nervous because, one, I'm a major introvert, which you probably can't tell right now because now you can't shut me up. But I'm a major introvert. Social media, didn't have it. If I did, I didn't use it. I had Facebook with maybe family on it that I never even opened. Instagram, if it even existed then, I didn't have it. So I would have probably been like, how are you gonna ever do this? But I didn't. I just I went with my gut. I knew I loved the program, loved the products, and I knew network marketing was the thing I wanted to do all along. And I just dove right in. And then I sat down in front of my computer and said, what the hell did I do? So I shot Greg a note. Greg, I never even spoke to him in person at that point. And it was all just on the bulletin boards. And I shot him an email and said, Greg, I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know where would I even start. And I got on a call with Greg, and he's an amazing guy, as you can see. And I didn't know that there'd be this level of training, support, and friendship, family. I never even imagined any of that. Mm-hmm. So Greg walked me through everything on the first call, and still walks me through everything. so my point is you're not alone. So you're going to have a ton of support, a ton of help. There's so much training available, so many resources available. So if you have doubts like that, or even if you're thinking like, oh, I can't, talk on something like this, I didn't open my mouth on probably the first year of phone call of these calls. But maybe not that long, but mm-hmm. But it's turned my life around in so many ways. I got my abs. You probably see the pictures because now I like to post them. Again, from a major introvert, I just can't believe how I came out of my shell. My wife is like, when she sees me posting on Instagram, she's like, now you're posting pictures working out. Now you're taking off your shirt. Now forget about what I'm doing on TikTok. But really, it really has just improved my life from every aspect, from physically, financially, mentally. It's just one of the best decisions I ever made. And, I kind of, again, knew that, this was the route I wanted to take. And if I would have thought about what I would have to do to be successful, I probably would have been scared. And I didn't, like I said, didn't think about it, jumped in, and I'm glad I did. It just worked out amazingly well. So that's my spiel.
Well, now you're supposed to talk about these slides.
Oh, that's on me? Yeah. See, I told you I'm not good at this. Well, I did touch on some of it. Anyhow, so what a coach doesn't have to be. You don't have to. So I'm a bit of a health and nutrition nut. I'm not an expert. I just was obsessed with it and love it. I'm really, really passionate about it, but I'm certainly not an expert, and you don't need to be an expert. You're not a personal trainer. We're not doing the training. You see the videos, and we have certified personal trainers and certified nutritionists that are putting these programs together. We just help people through the program, support them, get them through it, because people buy the programs, don't even open the box, or they, like as you said, should not jump on the bandwagon, fall back off. Mm-hmm. We help people stay on. And whether it's just some little big kick in the butt or a little nudge, we just help people stay on target, and then that's what makes it work. That's what helped me. And still does. And then Monique, I think, said you would hold yourself accountable, and you do, because sometimes you'll let yourself down before you let other people down. And so those days I don't feel like working out, I think of the team that's waiting for me to show up every day. So it helps. And do you need to be at your fitness goal? I certainly wasn't. I had lost a lot of the weight that I wanted to lose from years ago. I was in decent shape, but I certainly wasn't at my goal. I'm still not. And you don't need to be. You're probably better off if you're not, because I think it's easier to help people when they join the journey with you than, you just being a freaking fitness model and you know, just trying to, you know, tell people I can help you lose weight. Sometimes I look at people like that and think it's just genetics or they're born that way or they're always like that. So I think you're actually better off not being at your goal because again, people can join the journey with you. It's easier to invite people at that point, I would say. Salesperson. Yeah, exactly right. Salesperson. I hate sales. Terrible at sales, and I still don't consider I don't feel like I do sales. Like as I said before, I recommend it. I was recommending it to people before. People were asking me what I was doing. I just told them, and you know, I'm working out with them or in the gym and just helping them out. Or now I'm doing it virtually. It's the same thing. I'm not trying to sell any products. I'm just helping them. I mean, now, yeah, I'm getting compensated for it where I wasn't before, but it's not about selling because I wouldn't be here if I felt like this was sales. Believe me. What a coach should be. I mean, I think we've kind of touched on all that, or I did already, but you know, genuinely, I want to help other people. I thoroughly enjoy helping other people, and if you like sharing, you know, if you're willing to share your journey and have other people join you on that journey, I mean, that's all it really takes. And you need to be committed, proof that the product works, right? And you know, how do you do that? You're doing it, right? I mean, well, some of us are already using it, but you follow the program, use the products, get the results, and share it. That's it. I mean, and that helps you. being committed is helping you to reach your goals. And you know, what's better than who doesn't want to be healthier and fitter and be in better shape? And that's all it takes. So, you know, we say, yeah, you should drink Shakeology, you know, to be proof of the product will work. But I got to tell you, Shakeology, I mentioned before, I took products that anything I'd see that I thought might work. I looked at 3 things: protein, carbs, and fat. That's all I looked at. Because I watched my macros even then. And I knew I wanted this amount of protein in my system. And I never read the ingredients. Like, that's how stupid, naive I was, a young, dumb kid, right? I was consuming so much crap on a quest to get healthy and not even realizing it. When you look at what's in Shakeology, I mean, it is the best nutritional supplement you could put in your body, period. So, and do your research. Don't take my word for it. It's amazing, and you'll feel a difference. You're not using it now. You will feel a difference, see a difference, and it's easy to be a proof of the product when you're taking it. You experience it, and you know. It's, again, easy to recommend when you know no one's going to tell me it's too expensive. It's this, it's that. You try it for 30 days, and then you come back and tell me. And then, you know, if you want to improve yourself, develop yourself, and that's all it takes. So it's all about you got to just, if you're committed, you want to help people, you want to share, and you're going to be consistent. When people talk about coaching, you know, I always hear people say, you know, it's hard. I don't want to say it's not like, you know, it's just all easy money. You're going to sign up and the money's going to start rolling. And it takes consistency and dedication. But I can't sit here and say it's hard. I don't want to make everybody, you know, I don't want to mislead people and say, oh, it's like, again, it's easy money. But I've worked my entire life. I went through fires and floods and you name it. And that was before work. No, I'm kidding. But in the industry I'm in, I mean, I have all, you know, I work around the clock. Then I invested in real estate, which was crazy. And so I'm managing a 713 room hotel. I had hotels that were 1,200 rooms. Then I got the property. I mean, that's hard. I mean, construction, demolition, and that to me, that's hard work. It takes dedication, takes consistency, but it's not hard. I actually thoroughly enjoy it. So I just can't sit here and say it's hard. Will it take commitment? Absolutely. Will it take dedication? Absolutely. But, you know, hard's relevant. I mean, that's you're everybody's hard's different, I guess. So.
Okay, moving on. Next slide. Go ahead. Still you, Tom.
Still me? I thought you were giving me the hint to shut up. No, anymore. Like I said, I went from being too quiet to too vocal.
Right. Just briefly, just touch on a couple of the benefits.
Okay. Benefits of coaching. So as you're looking at there, so you set your own work hours. It's your business. Greg mentioned that, you know, no one is your boss. You work your time. You know, it's entirely up to you how much you want to put into it. So you get out what you put in. So if you're interested in making a few extra bucks, you could definitely, you know, you do it at your leisure. You could do it for a hobby, or you could do it to run a full-time business. But you do it in your spare time. I don't have a lot of spare time. I managed to do it to work as to build a full-time business. It's entirely up to you. There's no set schedule. So you got a full-time job, it doesn't matter. It's not like you need to quit your job to start doing this. Online, again, for me, I didn't have any kind of social media at all, but you know, we'll work with you on that. But online is an amazing opportunity to, you know, social media is fantastic for building the business. And if you're intimidated by it, don't be. I was. We got you covered. We'll help you every step of the way. We do plenty of training and cover everything. Share your passion, and I mean, I think you can see I'm really passionate about it, and I love sharing it. And if you're
Tell people about the trips, right?
okay, sorry, Greg, I didn't really look at these slides until now.
Okay.
I had a very hectic week at work. I was wondering. Okay, so anyway, sorry, off track there. There are some like we have there a lot of different rewards programs. I mean, obviously you get compensated financially. We have Success Club rewards where you get gifts, everything from T-shirts to you name it, just gifts for just rewards for helping people. And on top of that, on top of the compensation financially, there's Success Club trips like this year. Unfortunately, it was canceled, but we were supposed to be going to Punta Cana. As Greg was going to be there, as my wife and myself, all expense paid trip to Punta Cana. Fortunately, I didn't get to experience it, but that was just a reward on top, you know, on top of everything else. Just, you know, Beachbody saying thank you for helping so many people. We have like that. That's basically just kind of like a vacation type trip. Then we have Coach Summit, as you can see that and I listed below. Once a year, again, things are different with COVID, but once a year, Beachbody has a Coach Summit. It's different locations each year. This year was supposed to be in New Orleans, and unfortunately, we didn't get to go. I was looking forward to that. But it's basically, you know, a bunch of coaches get together. When I say a bunch, we're talking like a football stadium full of coaches. And, you know, Beachbody just has all the trainers there. You get to work out with the trainers and meet them, and you hear about new products, new programs, and they share plenty of ideas. There's seminars from top coaches who, you know, offer training to you. And
where's it at next year? Is it St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Okay.
So yeah, next year St. Louis.
Yeah, so I mean that is like it's like the annual convention, but I mean literally like 25,000, 30 coaches will go. So I mean, and especially if you come on as a new coach, I think you get a new coach discount, right?
Nice.
Like 50% off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they have different levels of discounts that you can get, but yeah, I mean it's not expensive to even buy the ticket to go. I mean, obviously you got to get there and pay for, you know, your hotel and whatnot, but it's the most. I mean, I was totally blown away with. I mean, my first summit, I could not believe. I mean, the energy, the vibes, it was just amazing. So it was really disappointing that we couldn't do it, but they did do it virtually. I mean, obviously it's not the same feel, but you know, Beachbody is committed. They don't disappoint. They don't let down. If you laid out any money for a hotel, everything was reimbursed. So there was like no loss there. But definitely you'd want to check that out if you get involved.
Definitely. Okay, so briefly, did we cover? I think we pretty much covered this, right? I mean, be proof of the product, you know, talk about it with friends and family, invite people to challenge groups to join us, right? I mean, that's what we all do, right? I mean, I know most of you probably are either in my group or you're in my challenge group, my bod group, or in Tom's bod group. rewards. I think we talked about these already as well, right? Commission. I mean, we didn't talk about the ways that you could necessarily make money, but you could make 25% off of anything that you know, if you refer somebody to Beachbody, you'll make 25%, right? Off of anything that they buy. And once they're associated to you, it's not like they have to come to you. It's like you don't have to buy product and store it in your garage, and you know, like you do with Mary Kay or other network marketing companies. They just go right to Beachbody, right? From then on, you're their coach, but they go right to Beachbody and they buy everything they want, and you automatically get a check for 25% of whatever they purchase, right? I mean, how amazing is that as a company? Beachbody does all the customer service, all the customer fulfillment, right? All the package fulfillment, all the technical support. I mean, people call me up and they're like, or they message me and they're like, Greg, you know, I want to order this or I want to do that. And I'm like, sorry, I don't do that. You have to go to Beachbody for that, right? I mean, so I mean, it's like all we do as coaches is motivate and encourage people and run groups, and Beachbody does everything else, and we get paid for it, right?
Yeah.
We get the bonuses and the trips and the recognition and you know, all these amazing things. So I mean, I already talked about, right, the commissions. We get the team bonuses where you can earn money from the team of coaches that are below you. And then there's also matching and quarterly bonuses. So I mean, it really depends on your level, but you know, I can tell you, as when I was a five-star or above coach, I mean, I was getting bonuses of $3,000 to $5,000 every single quarter, right? And that's, you know, just a profit sharing from Beachbody. And the highest rank, which is 15-star diamonds, I know they were getting like $75,000 in quarterly bonuses every single quarter. And that's in addition to the team bonuses and the commissions and everything else. So you can make some serious money in this business. We have coaches in our upline that are making more than, we have lots of coaches who are making more than $1 million a year with Beachbody. So it can be a huge business. I mean, it's like, we talk about all this, you know, this all the time, like, you know, with our team calls and stuff, but think about if you went to open any other kind of business. If you wanted to open a Chick-fil-A, right? Or some other franchise, you know, how much money are you going to need to put down to open up that Chick-fil-A? I would guess probably a couple $100,000, right? You'd have to go several $100,000 in debt to open up a Chick-fil-A. And then how much money do you think you're going to get on a yearly basis by owning one Chick-fil-A? I would say you'd be lucky if you made $100,000. Lucky. Probably half that, right? But with Beachbody, I mean, it literally costs you $15 a month. That's it. $15 a month, $15.95. And you can have unlimited income potential, right? I mean, my upline coach that's making millions of dollars a year, he's paying the same $15.95 that I'm paying, the same $15.95 that Tom's paying. So it's what you do with the business. Christy, you still with us?
Yes. Hi. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm Christy. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I have 2 kids. I'm a single mom. My kids are just getting to the point that they're a little more independent than they used to be when they were tiny. But that brings with it more need, because now they're 14 and 9 and they're like little people that think they know everything. But anyway, there's that time constraint, and there's the time constraint of being a parent. Who I have 2 very active kids. For so many months out of the year, I'm a soccer mom, and 12 months out of the year, I'm a swim mom. And, you know, that's a lot. But they've always been a part of a fit, active lifestyle. That being said, I'm an Army veteran. I served in the U.S. Army for 8 years, and I'm a 17-year veteran of the Lexington Police Department. Now, when we're talking about time constraints and what Beachbody offers, I'm an on-call detective, and I happen to be the only detective in my department that does what I do. So I'm on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the best laid plans a lot of times don't actually come to fruition, which is the beauty of Beachbody because it's always there. I'm not paying for gym time at the local CrossFit that's only available to me when they're open. I'm not paying for the local Y that's only open and it's only available to me when I can get there. Beachbody is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It takes me 2 minutes to find the workout. So it fits my schedule and when I can do it. And the great thing about Beachbody too is a lot of your clientele and a lot of people that you talk to, they've got kids, they've got little kids. Beachbody's got a whole line of kid workouts that I think don't really get the attention that they deserve. But that's a little bit about how Beachbody incorporates into my life. The other thing is I have a passion for, cooking clean food, teaching. I'm an instructor at the police department as well. And, Beachbody just has the way of bringing all of that full circle. I was at a point 17 years in my career where I love what I do, but, my job isn't one that has really led to development outside of what I do. So with Beachbody, I've, learned to push outside of that comfort zone. I've learned new things. Greg and Tom have really been one to just show me everything that's out there that I can use to develop Instagram. I've never been a social media person. I'm very much an introvert. But I work with 600 officers who are in a very stressful line of work. And they see that I'm happy and I'm posting these things about healthy food and self-care. And they're like, how do you do that? Well, I do it because I've got this great thing called Beachbody that can be anything that you want it to be. You can make this program your own. And that is, to me, the best thing about it is that you can use this for your self-care. You can use this with your kids. You can use this in any way that you want to make it yours. And I love that. Functional fitness in my line of work and for my mental health is absolutely what I need and what we all need. And right now, more than any other time that I can ever remember, mental health and self-care right now is absolutely the biggest, most important thing. And to the lady that's on right now, she's, the nurse. I know that you're probably about to jump out of your skin right now with work, and now you have to be home and you've got this little girl, and Beachbody is right there for when you're feeling better. It'll wait on you and you will bounce back and feel great. And it's right there. It's right there for all of us to make out of it what we want to make out of it.
What is that you're holding up? Is that a Krispy Kreme or?
For me?
Yeah, in the picture.
I was like, whoa, no, not a Krispy Kreme. Donut joke. That is one of the Fixate recipes, and I happen to love pineapple upside down cakes. But mine are, I grew up with old time and the iron skillet and the brown sugar and the butter and all the amazing things. That one is actually a Fixate recipe that is in one of Autumn Calabrese's books. And it was amazing. It's perfect size. It's already portioned. It's a dessert. And I can tell you that thing didn't taste like a dessert. Like it didn't taste like a diet food, like, oh, you're on a diet. No, that is not a diet food. That is a healthy, good for you taste, amazing food.
Okay, cool.
And that's the other thing too, so many of us, we're comfort eating and we're doing those things and we're eating out of bags, and the governors are saying, order out and support your restaurants. Okay, that's fine. But those calories still count regardless of why you're doing it. And if you're not a home cook and you don't know how to cook, there's so many options out there for you that take the research out of it, that, all you got to do is do your click list order to your grocery store and they'll bring you the food. You don't have to go to the grocery store, but it's already there for you. And there's, two of those great nutrition plans, and I believe in both of them. But yeah, that's a little pineapple upside down cake.
Cool. Well, can you talk about this slide?
How much time is required? So in the beginning, I've never really been a huge social media person. I really had to learn the ropes of that. So for me, the upstart was a little bit of time just to learn, and I'm constantly aggravating Tom over what app did you use and how did you do that. But again, I have somebody right there who can answer that question and show me, and 1,000 miles away, I have somebody that I can go to. So it averages, I try to dedicate an hour a day, more on the weekends, just so that, I've got stuff ready to post and I've got contacts to make. It's not going to happen for you. I mean, you have to do it yourself. You have to talk to people. I've got 600 people that I work with, and I see people all the time. And it's rare that you find me outside of work clothes that I'm not in workout clothes. Thank the heaven for that. But a couple hours a day, I mean, it's what you want to make of it. It is, you get out of it just like anything else, what you put into it. I would like for this to be something that in 2 years, when I can retire, I'd like this to be my, what is it? I think David Atkins said in New York, he said, this is a realignment. I am willing to put in as much time as it takes for that to happen in 2.5 years when I can retire. So, an hour a day, I would say a minimum an hour a day outside of your workout. An hour is fair. I like to do.
If you want to build a business, though, right? I mean,
yes.
Not that it's required to do an hour.
Right, but I think an hour, is just, it's good to keep up with what's coming. What products are out there. I'm still looking and doing and learning. But like you said with Chick-fil-A, how many other businesses that you go open up a franchise, or you're wanting to invest in something, the onus is on you to go find and pay for that material. If I want to know, is there a video out there? I have Greg, I have Tom, I have Team Engage, Team Legacy on Facebook, and every one of those training videos and how-tos are right there, and they're free. It's a time investment, but the videos are short. So I would say an hour, 2 hours a day, realistically, is at this point what I'm spending, and more on the weekend.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
And I guess the question a lot of people have is, do you have to sell? You want to answer that, Christy, or you want me to answer it?
I'm not a salesman, and I think the products sell themselves, especially when they see that you're proof that they work. I think that, seeing that the products work, that's the salesmanship right there. Showing that, I use the products. I agree with Tom. The Shakeology is one of the best things that I've ever put into my body. I hear a lot of people say, but it's expensive. It's, it's $100 and something, I think $138 after shipping if you're not a coach. Well, it's about $85 a month. And for some reason, for some people, that's just so much money for it to be in a bag, but they spend $5 a day on Starbucks. And they're drinking, ice cream in their coffee cup. Right? I mean, it's a hot mess in a coffee cup, and they're not even thinking, 5 at 30, that's $150 a month. And $150 a month, I am getting collagen and Shakeology and some of the other products, and not recover, but Energize. And let me tell you, I'm a 2-scoop girl on that stuff, and it's
Mhm.
flipping awesome. And I'll spend that all day long because I've never felt better. And I'm knocking on the door of 50, and I don't have to sell anything. And actually, I don't think I've really sold anything. But it's, doing the workouts with people and letting them letting them decide. Beachbody's done the selling for me. I don't have to do that. I will offer product to try if anybody wants a bevy or they want to, hit of Energize. I'm happy to give it to you. I keep those little sticks on hand and the little packets of Shakeology. So you're not out anything. Nobody's out anything. I took my Shakeology cup to a soccer game once, and I had 3 women. What are you drinking? And the next soccer game, I gave away 3 Shakeology envelopes and some recipes. And to me, I mean, you're not out anything. If you don't like it, you don't like it. So I would not be a good salesperson, but I can show you that the product works and what I like about it. So
you're absolutely right. I've had so many people scrutinize the ingredients in Shakeology, right? Oh, it's got 9 grams of organic cane sugar, but then they'll go drink a latte, or like how much
Right.
sugar do you think is in that latte, or high fructose corn syrup, right?
yes.
Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, you're right. We don't sell, right? I mean, that's just like a bad word. We do not sell, right? It's like you go see an amazing movie and you want to tell people about it, right? You get amazing results with the workout program. You want to share it. You want to tell people. And we invite people to do it with us, right? Or invite people to join our challenge groups, and like you said, the products sell themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we find people? We already talked about this. I mean, you find people everywhere, right? On social media, right. on people that you work with. Like Christy said, she works with 600 people, right? I mean, it's like they're all going to see her. She can talk to them, invite them to, or give them samples, or we'll teach you. If you don't know how to do Instagram or Facebook or Reels or Tom, he is an expert on anything. You just ask him.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right, Chris, go ahead.
All righty. My name's Christopher. I am from Arizona, Chandler, Arizona area. Basically, it's a suburb of Phoenix. This is my second time actually being a Beachbody coach. As I kind of mentioned before in the beginning of the call, I met Greg back in around 2013-ish or so. What became a coach kind of quickly, but then fell off and said, this wasn't my timing kind of thing. But now I signed up again back in October of last year. So it's October of 2019. Was in a job where I'm way more happy. Used to be a former teacher, warehouse worker, truck driver. Those were very, very busy jobs and had no time to do Beachbody coaching then. And then now as a phone associate, was very, very happy doing that. Currently married, no kids yet. And as you can see, I enjoy dressing up. Renaissance fan all the way. If you guys have not gone to it, it is absolutely awesome. You meet your very range of people, from people who are super serious to people who are not super serious about it. And I'm kind of somewhere in between, whereas you can see I'm trying to look more like Robin Hood there.
Do you dress up for the Star Wars conventions too?
If I have the outfits, yes. I'm more of a medieval / fantasy type of fan, and I more do that, but definitely Star Wars. I did forget to mention, I do have a lot of Star Trek uniforms, so so I really do enjoy that stuff. The thing that I really want to talk to you guys tonight, as we kind of discussed about it, you can go to the next slide, Greg. It's personal development. We've kind of touched on it, like little bits here and there about touching on personal development. But one of the wonderful things about Beachbody, as Greg and Tom and Christy have mentioned, is that Beachbody is not a job where you have someone monitoring you and monitoring how you're doing. It's kind of actually the opposite if you think about it, where you know, if you go and apply for a job, the job description says you need to do this, 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 and you just need to fulfill the job responsibilities. Versus Beachbody says, work on yourself first, exercise, you know, take care of your health and fitness first, your mental health first, and then if you want to go ahead and move forward and do more with that, like sharing the products, continuing on with the coaching opportunity, that sort of thing, you can go ahead and build your business from there. That's one of the things that still attracted me to this business, was continuing to work on myself and to work on personal development. One of the biggest things that I'm learning that I'll go ahead and share with you guys as far as personal development is just learning to be really really honest with yourself and where you are at. There's a wonderful book that's called Start by John Acuff. One of the things that he mentions in there is that you can, you know, we have this presentation where we say, hey, look at all this amazing things that we're doing, but where are you at this point in time? Where are you at in this point in journey? You enter in an address to your GPS and it tells you the step-by-step directions of how to get there. But in order for the GPS to figure out those step-by-step directions, it needs to find out where you are first, right? And you finding out where you are at, where, you know, and we're at different stages. Some of us are at places where we're like, hey, we're kind of interested. We're to people who are discount coaches and saying, hey, maybe I want to do a little bit more. So it's taking the time. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, but you take the time and you say, where am I at right now? And where do I want to go from here? You know, and then you can kind of enter in your own little mental GPS sort of thing. The last thing that I wanted to share with you guys is just an example of just being one thing that I'm learning about personal development also is just learning to be, you know, raw and honest with yourself, honestly. Like, for instance, I'll go ahead and share something tonight. I kind of was joking around with the coaches beforehand. This call that we're doing is my very first call that I've done on the weekdays. You know, I've attended the Saturday trainings and things like that, but I've never really sat down to commit to things like this during the weekdays. And I said to myself, you know what? You know, I'm going to take one step further. And instead of my mind controlling me and saying, oh, you know, you have things to do, you have a wife to attend to, you have dinner to make, and that sort of thing, I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and actually take this time. I'm actually going to sit down and actually do this. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take it up a notch, and let's go ahead and present what at the same time. You know, and taking those steps further is another way of telling me to say, you know what, there's an extra way of being responsible, an extra way of stepping it up, and another way of saying, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and spend the time and do this, you know. And it's learning to grow and take that extra step further. And that's one thing that I'm challenging myself, kind of like with you, Sadat, when you were talking about how that one moment you had with your friend when he passed away and you said, I'm going to work out 6 days a week. You know, you're taking control over your mind, and you're not having your mind say things like, oh, you know what, let's go ahead and, you know, let's sleep in a little bit more, the pillow feels really nice and soft, right? No, you're telling yourself, no, I'm going to take my dumbbells to my friend's place and I'm going to work out. It's going to happen. Like, you tell your mind it's going to happen. And so learning to master your mind, for me, is what the biggest step that I'm at right now, and obviously where we're all at. And obviously some of us can learn at different rates and different speeds, but this is definitely a must if to grow a business, because obviously we don't just sit down and say, you know what, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. You know what, I'm just going to build a business and just sit down and do it like that. You know, you have to have this to do that. So I really encourage you guys. Hopefully this is the night that you guys want to go ahead and move forward with this. But this is definitely something that you guys would not miss out on our end, because especially with our Saturday meetings and stuff, personal development, we definitely do talk about it. So
Thanks, Chris. So
yeah.
There's some more slides, but we are running long, so I'm just going to wrap.
Yeah.
And it is amazing to see how, you know, Tom has grown, and now Chris is presented for the first time, and Christy is relatively new but becoming a leader. You know, it's personal development and seeing people grow, and seeing how I have grown over the years. I mean, you don't just go from, being a desk worker or whatever you do for your job to running a team of thousands of people, right? I mean, that's what I had to learn to do. I had to do that personal development that Chris is talking about. And, being able to speak on video or on team calls, or, I've spoken in front of hundreds of people live at Beachbody events, and I've been on stage in front of 25,000 coaches. I mean, that is just mind blowing, that I couldn't imagine doing that 10 years ago. But it's amazing what this community and this team of coaches can help you do and help you become. So anyway, we would love to have you join our team. Like I said, there's absolutely no commitment. Talk to your person that invited you, your coach that invited you. The best way is just to sign up with the challenge pack. You can either do the completion pack, or if you don't have BOD, do the full challenge pack. You can even get access, like I said, to the 9-week Control Freak, which is coming out next week. So sign up with the 9-week Control Freak challenge pack, and that gives you Shakeology plus the 9-week Control Freak. Plus you can add in BOD if you don't have that. And it gives you a free coach sign up, which is a $40 sign up value. That's all included in the challenge pack price. And then it's just $15 a month. No obligations, no commitment whatsoever. You can cancel at any time. And honestly, that's why most coaches don't really do anything. I mean, when I say, like they say that they want to do something, but they don't actually do anything because it costs so little, and there's absolutely nothing required from you with Beachbody. It's not like you're signing up for a job, right? And if you don't do a good job, well, you're not going to be here tomorrow, because they're not going to, they're not gonna be all hired, right? Or they're not going to give you that raise at the end of the year. But this is a community, right? We're friends, and I'm not going to beat up Tom if he doesn't, produce or anything, right? It's completely up to him, and and I'm just going to be here to support him, whatever he wants to do with this business. So I would love for you guys to be part of our team. Like we talked about, we do meet every week on Zoom calls, and if you want to join us and learn, and we're here to help you. So that's it. Does anybody have any specific questions before we drop off?